Well, hello, this is Monica Rivers, and today is day 4 for the Startup Week here at eBridge building. So I am so excited. This is Brownsville The Podcast by Studio X, and I cannot express how happy I feel with this experience of being interviewing all the speakers, the entrepreneurs, the creators, and having this honor to get to know so many people, so many smart people in so many ways beyond say like, oh, this person is so smart. It's just the stories you really want to listen to all of them that probably they're gonna be in the next follow-up days. You're gonna see everybody sharing all the stories and all the experience, all this knowledge, all these mistakes, right? So but today I'm so happy and excited because I have two people that I really like, and I cannot wait for you guys to listen all the amazing things and the experience they're gonna share with you. So with you, here is Mary and Vanessa. Welcome to this show, chicas.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
What about if you introduce yourself? You know,
So, who goes first?
who wanna go first?
I'll go first. Okay, my name is Vanessa Zamarripa, and I've been a dietitian for 13 years. So that is my main job. I also own Lettuce Eat Salad, which has been open for the past 4 years, and it's just been a fun experience.
What about you,
Alright.
Mary?
I am Mary Ramirez Soto. I am the chef and owner of Jolie Petite, which is a French restaurant here in downtown. And we've been open for 2 years. We just
Two
turned
years,
2 years.
congratulations!
Yes.
You just turned the 2 years.
Yes.
When you turned the 4?
January 28th.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the post too. That is so
Uh-huh.
exciting. I'm happy for you guys.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
when other ladies are winning. So, okay, beyond the title, what do you want to share with the people? What do you want them to know about you? Mary, let's start with Mary.
I'm like, Vanessa, go. I am the oldest of three in my family, and I've been married for 8 years. And Jolie Petite is our baby. We don't have any kids. I'm not sure that there's going to be that, but in our future. But for now, we're just treating Jolie Petite as our baby.
Which is
Yeah.
beautiful. I love
Yeah.
in there,
Mhm.
that girly vibe.
Yeah.
What about outside Jolie Petite? Who's
Outside.
Mary?
Who is Mary?
What did
Lost
she
that,
like?
right? You lost that 2 years ago.
Yeah, we lost it 2 years ago.
Honestly,
I
yes.
think who I'm a person that loves to read. I think that well, knowledge is power. I love to continue learning. There's no age for you to stop learning. So I always try to find things, new things that are coming up, and stay within what's in now, educating myself, and yeah, I think that is who I am. Just continue learning.
I want to get back to you when you say we lost her 2 years ago. Definitely, I want to go and unpack a little bit more of that.
Okay.
So let me go with you, Vanessa.
Okay. So for me, outside of my job and of Lettuce Eat Salad, I'm a mom, right? So that is my full-time job. Everything else is just extra. That's just like for fun. So yeah, I'm a mom. My daughter's 14. Well, she'll be 14 this year. She'll be starting high school. So I feel like it's a really new experience for me. Like, okay, this is the first time I'm like, I was just in high school 2 years ago.
Exactly.
We were just in high school 2 years ago. We went to high school together.
Aw.
So I'm like, we were just in high school last year, and I'm gonna have a high school kid. So for me, that's like my outside life. I mean, she has her own little business too, so helping her grow and seeing her be excited about that.
She grew up so fast. I know her since she was little, like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and she was like tiny, tiny. Now she looks
Now she's bigger
like
than me.
like, oh my God, when I see the picture, like, who the heck? Like, you see, they look like a
Yeah.
sister, for real, for real. You guys look like a sister, no joke. So yeah, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So, for both of you, what challenge or defining moment that shaped you who you are today?
I think for me, it's just been that, like, being a mom and a single mom. I think I've raised my daughter on my own. I mean, she has a really great supportive dad, and he's helped me a lot. But I think a lot of the time it's just been me and her. And so I think a lot of the things that I do is for her, right? To, like, for her to see, like, okay, like, you can still do it all. Like, you can be a woman, and you can be a mom, and you can own a business, and you can, you know, do the things that you like you like to exercise, you like to travel, you like to do all these things.
Mhm.
So, like, I feel like for me, that's a big part of my life, to make sure that she sees this example of, like, as women, like, we can do it all.
Well, I like to think, and I love that I like to see life like it's a timeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in timeline, this is going for you, right? And it's some things that happen into our lives that I call it turning point. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that turning points. Is that any that you have in life that you feel, no, I was like this, and then you are here today, because at the end of the day, life is not about choices,
Mm-hmm.
and we build it because of that. It's just, life is not what happened to you, is what you do what will happen to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any moment that you remember?
So, what was the turning point? Was your
Yeah,
question?
some kind of a defining moment, right? A challenge, say, you know what,
Yeah,
done with this.
I think I before being a chef, before being Jolie Petite's owner, I had a really successful career in banking.
Mm.
And for 16 years, I started off as a teller and went all the way up to being a banking center manager of a level four. I had a over 500 million portfolio of
Whoa.
customers. So I found success in banking. So when the pandemic hit, um, I was like, I don't know that I'm happy here. You know, I enjoy coming to work every day, but I'm not sure that I'm fulfilling myself. And what fulfills me, or what I thought was going to fulfill me, and what did, was leaving a corporate job and doing something that fulfilled me, which was going back to school, getting my culinary degree, and building something from up from the ground up.
What would you tell the people who's looking at you right now? And because I don't think it was an easy decision to make,
I know.
because you are so, I know this. And sometimes we stay in places because we so used to that. It can be
Mhm.
businesses, jobs, relationships,
Mhm.
circumstances. And then it got to the point, I cannot do this with this. So what would you
Mhm.
tell them if they are like that, so comfortable?
I think being comfortable is okay if you like being comfortable, because I know people that like being secured, right? But it's always fine to do something else, to not get out of your comfort zone, and I think you need to definitely value yourself and know um, what you're worth, right? And there's have the ganas for it. You just need ganas, and that's all you need. You need to have faith in yourself and really have a supportive system around you, surrounding you. In this case, my husband was very supportive. I didn't do this without him. I couldn't have done it without him. So I know he's in the background, but and I'm the face of Julie Petite, but he is a huge,
Yeah.
huge part of that. And so has my family, my friends. I ask everyone's opinion, like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I think, everyone helped me build Jolie.
It's just so many great things you say.
Mm-hmm.
Take the risk, support system,
Mm-hmm.
keep moving. It's just so many takeaways that I'm taking for you with your comments. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What about you? Has anything come to your mind?
I guess I've had a couple of turning points. So I recently just left my job that I had been at for the last 7 years. because the same thing. I felt like I love what I do and I love going to work, but I had a taste of like working just for myself a couple
Mm-hmm.
years ago for like 5 years. Um, and so I always knew that that was my end goal, to get to that point again. And I just felt like I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready yet. And I wanted to do other things. And I'm like, okay, I can have this secure income to help me fund the things that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently, within the last year, I started accepting insurance for my private clients. So that was like a huge turning point for me, because now I have this like influx of clients that I'm like, okay, what do I do with all these clients? There's only one of
Whoa.
me. There's only one of me, and I'm the one who's like answering the phones, calling, scheduling, verifying insurances, booking them, follow ups, seeing them in person, working on the meal plans, and still having to do everything else. So I'm like, okay, I have to do something. Like, I need to quit
Mm-hmm.
my job. So that was like a really big turning point. And I also wanted to really focus on lettuce seed salad. I feel like for the last 4 years, I haven't really been there. And I always feel like in these small businesses, like people want to see the owner there, no matter what. Like, no matter if you're in the back, people want to see you there. Like, they want to see
Mm-hmm.
your face, that you're actually there, cleaning a table, charging a customer. So I feel like that's been another big turning point for me recently.
And that's exactly what I were talking with Bobby and Mar, right, from Win Bar and Texican a few minutes ago, that before it wasn't a need. You just to put the brand and sell the brand. But now the owners, the leaders, the
Mm-hmm.
people who's leading the team need to be out there and
Mm-hmm.
share, but not the victories, the wins, right? They need to share what is really going on there, like the challenges,
Right.
how hard is to be an owner, how hard is to be a leader of the team, how hard is to really make sure we are here, right? And I love
Mm-hmm.
it. And I remember you, actually, I need to get back to you from the past years, because you used to keep me on track, you used to keep me accountable. And I know it's a lot of work. Like, I used to text you very often, like, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot find this mayonnaise. I cannot find this meat. So I cannot imagine 50 customers texting you from HEB every single
No, and right
day.
now I have 200 clients all at once. Like,
Like, imagine that, like a check-in, was go to the app and check on the island. I cannot find the island. Well, ask someone inside HEB. I remember just go, what yogurt it is. Um, okay, what flavor I should to get, whichever. Like, I cannot imagine how that's going. But I didn't even know you had a job, actually.
no, a lot of people didn't know I had a job. I never really posted about it. People always just thought like, oh, you see clients and you have the restaurant. Like, you're at the restaurant all day, right? And I'm like, actually, I'm not at the restaurant. Like, I worked in Harlingen, so I was never in
What?
I was never in Brownsville, never in Brownsville. So that was like, I don't know. I felt like it was just like a different life for me. Like, that was like my life, and nobody really knew about it. Nobody knew about it. I mean, maybe 5 people knew that I had a job. And then when I
What?
announced, like, oh yeah, I quit my job, they're like, we didn't even know that you worked. I'm like,
But this is the thing. Now that you think about that, right? Um, and when you talk about support systems, maybe could it be good for you to share that you had a job, right? Maybe it could, like, I don't think it was easy, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
the stress of having private clients, having a job, being a mom, and besides that, having a business that you feel like you are not present, that's a lot
that
for
was a
you.
lot. And then I had this crazy idea that I said, like, I want to start building houses, I want to start remodeling, I want to do this, that. And I started to do that, of course. Like, if I wouldn't have had the job, then I wouldn't have had this extra income. And we were just talking about that. Like, if I had to live off the restaurant, I would be poor. Like, I would be broke. The restaurant is just like an extra for me. So I'm very thankful that I had a job to fall back on.
Oh, well, congratulations. What would you tell the people that is leading with all those roles? That I think we all do, right? We all have
Mm-hmm.
so many roles, but at least we have support systems that they cannot listen to us. Maybe they cannot do anything about it, but just
Oh
listen
yeah.
to it. Listen to us is a
Mm-hmm.
big, big, big relief. What would you tell? Because you were keeping everything inside you.
Yeah. I guess the same thing. Like, I had a big support system too with my parents. My parents had been gone for 5 years. They were in San Antonio, so I didn't have a lot of help with my daughter, and now they're back. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier. Like, they're able to help me with her. But yeah, I think just having a good support system, um, really like keeping your eyes on whatever it is that you feel helps you. Like, for me, I'm really big into like going to church, and just knowing that like sometimes you have to just like pray about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's just that's just a
Yeah.
big part of it.
So how do you hope, this is for both too, okay? Because oh my, these questions are really good and your answer are even better. How do you hope your work or your story impact others?
Um, for me, I just hope that, my story inspires others to build something,
Hmm.
and to, continue pushing to what they want to do, what you really want to do in life, whether it is, owning a restaurant or, being in a corporate, wherever you want to be. I think you're your own biggest obstacle. So, and I think the legacy that I want to leave my community is knowing that, we do this every single day in thought of you, and we are here because of you. So I think that, um, mm, without trying to get emotional, I I love my community that goes to Jolie Petite and that goes to other restaurants as well. I think shopping small, shopping local is what makes a community. And I love what's coming up here in downtown, the expanding and other restaurants, coming up, and other things coming up. So I think the community really has a grasp on that, and I love that um, that they see my vision,
Yeah.
and that they believe in it as well.
Well, you're not gonna get emotional. I just
Yeah.
got emotional because, and I love that because it was, I think, last year. What month are we? Okay, it was last year. I don't even know
Mm-hmm.
what month are we. It was April the second, 2025, and I took my mom's for her birthday with you, and she always said, "Don't take me to fancy places. I don't want you to spend a lot of money." I say, "It's okay," um, because that's a lot of moms. That's the way they think, right? And I remember it doesn't matter. So and then we went to your place, which I think is very, very, very affordable. And I remember that we asked for the drink that have the little heart,
Uh-huh. The love.
and she was so excited about it. Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
you should to see her. She was like a little girl putting his initial, and we asked him to make a wish and write it there, the
Uh-huh.
little tiny heart, and then she ran to the wall and put it there. It was such a beautiful moment that I have it on a video,
Aw.
like it was just so beautiful. I remember, and I really want to cry because the reality is we're not gonna be here forever, and
Mm-hmm.
having those little tiny moments, and you are creating those moments, and that was
Mm-hmm.
very, and for that, thank you. It's so many hearts there that are on the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure everybody run with the same smile
Mm-hmm.
to that wall and put it there, and I'm pretty sure they come back and look
Mm-hmm.
for the little heart. Do you want to
They
share
do.
something about that
Yes,
wall?
actually, guess how many we have?
I don't know, tell us.
There's about 700 little hearts.
Wow.
700 little hearts, and to me that's just like wow. And some of them unfortunately have fallen because for whatever reason, right? But um we've had proposals there at Jolie Petite. We've had weddings at Jolie Petite. And to me, if someone comes in and like, oh, I want to get married here, and I'm like, you want to get married in
It's
my place? And like,
beautiful.
it's so awesome. And we've had 5 weddings inside and in the
What?
patio. And then next door, there used to be an event center, so we've hosted some weddings there as well. And I just love that people love, to make memories and thing in a place that my team and I built, and I think that's making memories. Those stay there, and talking with Ramiro in our panel earlier, he mentioned, what drew you to that space, or like how did you make your decision, um, and so it used to be Half Moon Saloon a long time ago. I think it closed down in 2017, 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember going all the time. It was one of the spots to go to
Wow.
back in the day when I was in college. And um, going back and, seeing it when, it was when it was still being revitalized, I'm like, I really want to be here because this is a place where this place was already successful before, and I want to create something else in it that people come and make their memories here, and continue that, keeping the space alive, that, and that building has been, I think it's from the 1885.
Wow.
And so it has so much history, and I want to continue building that history, and the community also contributing to that, memories and history for it.
Well, we cannot wait to keep celebrating with you.
Yes.
And with you. What about you, Vanny?
I think for me, the legacy that I want to leave behind, or what, like when somebody looks at me or thinks about me, is like, well, if she could do it, I can do it too. Because honestly, like, I'm just a normal person, like a mom, like there's really nothing special about me. And I also want people to think like, well, this is just my thought. Like, if you're gonna do something, whatever you do, like, be the best one, like, be the best at it. Whether you're, I don't know, making salads, be the best salad maker. If you're making pastries, be the best pastry maker. Whatever you're doing, like, be the best one.
Give your all.
So that's what I feel. Yeah, give your all, exactly.
That is amazing. This is huge. I hope you're having fun because I'm having so much fun. Yeah, I'm learning so much. You know what? Let's close with a question about future, about vision. Looking ahead, what are you building toward? Who you think you are becoming in this process? Let's close with that one.
Okay. I think I am becoming somebody that is more patient. You have to be very patient. Like, you just have to, like, you can't just go to your employees and scream at them like, why did you do that? Like, you have to like learn how to, like, not everything that you think you have to say, right? You also have to be like empathetic towards like your customers or your employees or just the people around you, because like, honestly, we don't know what people are going through. Like, they can be going through a million things, and maybe they wanted to go get a salad that day, and if you treated them right, and that was the best treatment they had gotten all month, or whatever. So you just learn to like, and also to like meet people where they're at. So I say that for me, like for my nutrition clients, not everybody is ready. Like, I can't expect everybody who comes to me to already be 100% like, okay, I'm locked in. Like, you have to meet them kind of where they're at and see like, okay, like, how much can you give? Like, I'll give you this. I'll give you these tools. Like, how much can you give me? And just understand that it's not always going to be perfect. And that, it's okay to start over. So yeah, I think that's it for me.
And it's just hard, right? But I think this is a big win for people who decide like that. Like, I went with you like for over 2 years or something like that, and I cannot wait to do that again. But it's just making that decision is huge for us, as your client. Like, like we are aware, we become aware that something need to get better, and having you is like a companionship, in this
And there's
journey.
like different stages. Like, sometimes people always tell me like, oh, I gave your number to my friend, and I'm like, okay, I'll hear from them in 6 months, because nobody calls me right away. It's like they kind of like planted the seed, like, okay, that was my first step. Like, I asked for her phone number, and then I reached out, but then they never made the appointment, and then they reach out again. And so like, that's why I'm saying, like, you kind of have to like read the room and see like, okay, where is this person really at? Like, are they really ready? Like, can I really like, demand a lot from them? Or are they just kind of like testing the waters to see like where they are?
Let me ask you, because we are on the closing question, but I get very curious about answer. Like, just like, can people, just for the record, like as a, how do you name the title of what you do? Remind me again.
Registered dietitian.
Dietitian. Yes. Like, it's like counting your calories, right? And a bunch of things inside food. And you give a program, and then you make them accountable. And it's a really cool process. Of course, it's not easy. Plan 3 meals, 2 a snack a day, every single day for 7 days a week. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you just can follow. Is that like a halfway? Someone is not fully prepared, right? Because I would love to start tomorrow, but I'll lie to you because I'm not fully prepared. I want to go with Mary and eat the croissants, and things like that. Is that a way that a lot of people, I'm pretty sure it's the same place like me, can we go like a little halfway and make it progressively?
Yes. So I try to meet people where they're at in terms of like, okay, you tell me what you like to eat. You tell me how you like to eat. You told
Mm-hmm.
me, what your schedule is and things like that. And then I kind of create it for them instead of saying like, no, you're going to follow whatever I tell you to do. Like, yes, they are following what I'm telling them to do, but it's more like based on them. So if they tell me like, well, I don't eat breakfast and I like to eat a light dinner and I like to snack a lot throughout the day. So that's how I have to create it for them, right? Not the other way around. Like, okay, you're going to just do what I say.
That's a lot of work, one
Yeah.
client at a
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. What about, well done. What about you, Mary? Who do you think you are becoming in this process?
I definitely someone with patience, someone that can adapt quickly. I think I've learned that in the past 2 years of having Jolie Petite. Is you have to learn how to adapt quickly and knowing that your plan is not always going to go the way you want to,
Yeah.
and be okay with that. That's the beauty of this journey. Is your plan is always going to change. And I think with that, I'm becoming the person that I've always wanted to be, which is a mentor to my team, and an entrepreneur, and continuous. It's this is Julie's just the first thing that I want to do, and there's so many other things that I want.
I have too many ideas in my head. I'm like, stop, stop.
We need to get together
I know.
after this.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here with
Thank
me. I,
you.
I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoy this space, right? And thank you for being such an inspiration. I love having the conversation with the guys, but it's something about this space that when I have conversation with other girls, like
Mm-hmm.
it just the vibe is different, because we are the legacy to the new generation, then the new generation and the new generation, and people will see this conversations, and I love that. Thank you
Yeah.
for saying yes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being this vulnerable and share from your heart.
Mm-hmm. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having us. Thanks.
Well, see you in the next one.